The mind is everything. What you think, you become. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have, yet most people don't realize the immense influence it has over their lives. It's not just about what you think, but how you think. Your thoughts, habits, and environment shape everything you experience, from your success to your failures. So the question is, how do you program your mind for success? Unfortunately, many of us are unconsciously brainwashed by the world around us. We grow up surrounded by doubts, limitations, and expectations. And before we know it, we've absorbed them as truth. But what if I told you that you have the power to rewire your brain? What if success could be programmed just like a computer system, by intentionally feeding it the right beliefs, habits, and actions? The good news is that you can change the way your mind works. You can break free from the old limitations and create a mindset that pushes you forward. But the key to unlocking this transformation requires deliberate, continuous effort. And that's exactly what we're going to dive into today. Today, I'm going to show you how to brainwash yourself for success by using proven strategies that will rewire your thinking and set you on a path to achievement. Stay with me for the next few minutes as I guide you through powerful principles that will change your mindset and ultimately your life. Let's dive in. Number 1, train yourself to take immediate action. Success doesn't come to those who sit and wait for the perfect moment. It belongs to those who act, sometimes even when things aren't ideal. If you want to change your life and achieve your dreams, you must train yourself to take immediate action. The longer you wait, the more reasons you find to hesitate, and the further away your goals get. Take the example of Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin Group. Branson didn't wait for everything to be perfect before taking action. His first business was a magazine that he started as a teenager. From there, he moved into the world of music, launching Virgin Records. But the key to his success wasn't about having a perfect plan. It was about acting quickly and learning as he went. He jumped into business ventures without overthinking, trusting that the action itself would lead him to learn, grow, and improve. The truth is, overthinking and hesitation are habits. Most of us have conditioned ourselves to wait for the perfect time or the right circumstances before taking action. But what often happens is that we keep waiting and nothing ever gets done. The best way to break this habit is to adopt the mindset of acting immediately. Once you train yourself to take that first step, no matter how small, you'll find that it becomes easier with time. Start by setting a rule for yourself. When you decide to do something, commit to taking action within the first 5 seconds. Whether it's sending an email, making a phone call, or writing the first draft of your project, the faster you take action, the less time your mind has to talk you out of it. This quick response helps you beat hesitation before it even takes hold. Remember, hesitation breeds doubt, and doubt breeds inaction. But action destroys fear. When you take immediate action, you begin to build momentum, which makes you feel more confident and ready for the next step. Each small action you take propels you toward your goal. Even if the first step is imperfect, the key is to start. You can always adjust, adapt, and improve as you go. So what's stopping you from taking immediate action right now? Start today by committing to acting on your goals the moment they come to mind. Overcome hesitation, break free from doubt, and build the habit of acting fast. Your future success depends on your ability to move, not to wait. Number 2, make hard work your default setting. There's a common misconception that successful people are born with extraordinary talent, or that they simply get lucky. While talent and luck can play a small role, the truth is, success is more about hard work than anything else. In fact, success is not a matter of occasional bursts of effort, but of consistent daily hard work that becomes second nature. Look at Thomas Edison, the famous inventor who developed the light bulb. Edison wasn't just a genius. He was known for his relentless work ethic. He famously said, "Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration." Edison didn't wait for the perfect idea to strike. He worked tirelessly, experimenting over and over until he found a solution. In his lifetime, he accumulated over 1,000 patents. But what made Edison different was his refusal to give up and his dedication to showing up every single day, whether he felt inspired or not. It was his work ethic, not his genius, that led to his massive success. Hard work, however, is often mistaken for just putting in long hours. The truth is, it's not about working harder, it's about working smarter and making hard work part of who you are. Too many people focus on the effort required when working toward their goals, But they fail to realize that successful people don't question whether or not to work hard. They just do. Hard work is a mindset, a default setting that you build through habits and repetition. It becomes a natural part of who you are. The key is consistency. Consistent hard work compounds over time, and the results speak for themselves. Successful people don't wait for the perfect conditions to work. They make the conditions work for them. Whether it's early mornings, late nights, or weekends, they don't let circumstances determine whether they'll put in the effort or not. Start by making hard work non-negotiable in your life. When hard work becomes your default, success isn't just possible, it becomes inevitable. You need to condition yourself to show up and put in the effort, even when motivation is low. There will be days when you won't feel like it, when distractions will feel more appealing, and when the tasks seem too challenging. But this is when you must push through. The key to success isn't about waiting for motivation to strike. It's about developing a routine that forces you to work, even when you don't feel like it. So how do you make hard work your default setting? Develop a routine. The most successful people have a daily routine that's centered around productivity. When you set your day up with intention, hard work becomes automatic. Your brain doesn't have to debate whether or not to work. It knows that it's time to do the work, and it becomes easier to keep that momentum going. Focus on the process, not just the outcome. Hard work doesn't always produce instant results, but consistent effort will pay off in the long run. Instead of focusing only on the end result, find satisfaction in the process itself. This mindset will keep you moving forward, even when you don't see immediate rewards. Work when no one is watching. The real test of character is what you do when no one is watching. It's easy to show up and give your best when there's someone cheering you on. But the true measure of hard work comes in the quiet moments. Whether it's writing an extra chapter for your book, learning a new skill, or putting in extra hours to refine your craft, real growth happens in these unseen moments. Embrace discomfort. Hard work isn't easy. It challenges you, pushes you, and forces you to grow. Success doesn't come from staying in your comfort zone. It comes from facing challenges, tackling them head on, and learning from the process. The more you embrace discomfort and push through it, the easier it will become to work hard when the going gets tough. Eliminate distractions. In the age of constant digital distractions, focusing on hard work can be difficult. To make hard work your default, you need to remove the distractions that tempt you to procrastinate. Turn off notifications, silence your phone, and create an environment where focusing on your work becomes the easiest option. Making hard work your default setting requires discipline and commitment, but it's worth it. The more you develop the habit of showing up and doing the work every day, the easier it becomes. Eventually, you'll find that hard work no longer feels like an effort. It becomes part of who you are. And once you reach this point, success is no longer a question of if, but when. Remember, the path to success is paved by consistent, focused effort. It's not about working harder than anyone else. It's about working smart, staying disciplined, and building a foundation of habits that make hard work your second nature. Number 3, turn every challenge into a mental workout. Success isn't handed to you on a silver platter. It's something you have to earn, and it's not always going to be easy. Life will test you, throw obstacles in your path, and challenge you in ways you never expected. However, it's not the challenges themselves that determine your success. It's how you respond to them. The key to unlocking your full potential is learning to view every challenge as an opportunity to strengthen your mind, just like an athlete builds strength in the gym. Take the example of Walt Disney. Before creating Disney, he faced numerous setbacks. He was fired from a newspaper job for lacking creativity, and his first animation company went bankrupt. Yet Disney didn't allow these failures to define him. Instead, he turned each setback into fuel for his next attempt. He embraced challenges, refined his ideas, and continued pushing forward until he achieved massive success. Disney's story teaches us a powerful lesson. Failure and setbacks are just stepping stones on the road to greatness. The most successful people don't shy away from adversity. They actively seek it out, knowing that it is the thing that will sharpen their minds and build their resilience. The truth is, you only grow stronger by facing challenges head on. Think of your mind like a muscle. It gets stronger every time you push it to its limits. If you avoid difficulty, if you back down every time something gets hard, your mind stays weak and underdeveloped. But when you embrace challenges, you give your mind the opportunity to grow stronger, more resilient, and more capable of overcoming future obstacles. When faced with a challenge, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" try asking, "What is this teaching me?" Every difficult situation holds a lesson that, once learned, will prepare you for bigger opportunities. For example, if you're working on a business project and it fails, don't just dwell on the failure. Instead, take a step back and analyze the situation. What went wrong? What could you have done differently? How can you apply these lessons in the future? This mindset shift allows you to see setbacks not as roadblocks, but as valuable experiences that will help you grow. Challenges also build mental toughness, a critical quality for anyone striving for success. Mental toughness doesn't mean never feeling fear, doubt, or frustration. It means moving forward in spite of these feelings. It's about persevering when things are tough, maintaining focus when the world is distracting, and refusing to quit when the odds are stacked against you. For example, consider J.K. Rowling, who faced rejection after rejection before her book Harry Potter was finally published. In fact, she was a single mother living on welfare when she first wrote the book. But despite facing multiple rejections, she didn't give up. She used every rejection letter as motivation to keep improving her manuscript. And eventually, Harry Potter became one of the most successful book series of all time. Rowling's story is a testament to how mental toughness can turn failure into success. Turning challenges into mental workouts requires a shift in how you view difficulty. Instead of seeing problems as something to avoid, you must learn to view them as opportunities to grow stronger. When you encounter an obstacle, ask yourself, how can I grow from this? What skills can I develop that will make me more capable in the future? This approach not only helps you build resilience, but also prevents you from becoming discouraged when life doesn't go according to plan. Another crucial aspect of turning challenges into mental workouts is developing grit. Grit is the combination of passion and perseverance toward long-term goals. It's about staying committed to your purpose, even when the road gets tough. People with grit don't give up after one failure or one setback. They keep going, learning from their mistakes, and refining their approach. Grit is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who quit too soon. Ultimately, the most successful people are those who keep pushing forward. No matter how many challenges they face, they don't see adversity as something to fear. They see it as an opportunity to become better. The more challenges you embrace and overcome, the more resilient and capable you become. So the next time you face a setback, don't get discouraged. See it as a workout for your mind, and use it to develop the mental toughness and grit that will carry you towards success. The road to success is never easy, but every challenge you overcome brings you one step closer to your goal. Number 4. Use repetition to build success habits. Success doesn't happen overnight. It's built through consistent, repeated actions that gradually become habits. Most people give up on their goals too quickly, simply because they don't understand the power of repetition. It's not about one-time efforts or bursts of motivation. Success is about showing up every day, doing the work, and repeating the right actions until they become second nature. One of the most famous examples of mastering repetition is Bruce Lee, the legendary martial artist. Lee didn't become a world-renowned fighter just by relying on natural talent. He was famous for his commitment to continuous practice, drilling the same techniques over and over until they were ingrained in his body. In fact, Lee once said, "I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." This quote emphasizes the incredible power of repetition. It's not about how many different things you try, but how well you perfect the fundamentals. Lee's success came from his relentless pursuit of mastery through repetition. His training routine was grueling and exacting, often repeating the same movements hundreds of times a day. He didn't just focus on the physical aspects of martial arts. He also worked on mental discipline and focus. Bruce Lee understood that, just like any other skill, success requires constant practice, and only through repetition could he refine his craft to the highest level. The same principle applies to any area of life. If you want to be successful, whether in business, fitness, or creativity, you must repeat the actions that align with your goals. When you do something consistently, it becomes easier, and eventually you no longer have to think about it. You just do it. This is why habits are so powerful. Good habits compound over time, leading to long-term success, while bad habits compound in the opposite direction. The problem is, people often expect quick results. They'll put in a few days of effort, get frustrated when they don't see immediate success, and give up. But real progress comes from the willingness to put in the effort, even when it's uncomfortable, and even when you don't see immediate rewards. This is where repetition comes into play. By practicing daily, regardless of how you feel, you build momentum and consistency. The more you repeat something, the more automatic it becomes. Let's consider another example. If you've ever tried learning a new language, you know that the first few weeks can be difficult. You may struggle with pronunciation, grammar, or remembering vocabulary. However, if you practice every day, even for just a few minutes, you'll start to notice progress. At first, it feels awkward and unnatural, but over time, your brain adapts, and you begin to think in the new language. The process is slow, but the repetition makes it stick. The more you repeat, the stronger the neural connections become. This idea isn't limited to physical or mental skills in business. Successful entrepreneurs repeat key actions, whether it's writing emails, reaching out to clients, or refining their products. Take Steve Jobs, for example. His success wasn't just due to his innovation, but his commitment to creating perfection in every product. Jobs was known for obsessively revisiting design details and iterating on ideas, constantly improving through repetition. His success was a direct result of his dedication to fine-tuning every aspect of his work. The key takeaway here is simple. Repetition is the foundation of mastery. The more you repeat the right actions, the more they become part of your identity. Whether it's practicing a skill, working on a project, or building a habit, the key to progress is in the repetition. This is why successful people rarely take shortcuts. They understand that the key to achieving greatness is doing the same thing over and over until it becomes second nature. In your own life, choose to make the right actions non-negotiable. Start small but be consistent. Repeating the right actions every day, even when you don't feel like it, is what separates those who succeed from those who quit. Just like Bruce Lee practiced his punches, kicks, and movements, your daily repetition of good habits will lead to success. Eventually, the effort will feel effortless, and that's when you know you've truly mastered the art of success. Number 5, detach from people who drain you. One of the most critical factors in achieving success is the people you surround yourself with. It's often said that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and there's a lot of truth to this. Your environment shapes your mindset, behaviors, and ultimately your success. This includes not only your physical surroundings, but also the energy, attitudes, and beliefs of the people around you. If you are surrounded by negativity, doubt, and pessimism, it will be nearly impossible to reach your full potential. To truly elevate your life, you must learn to detach from people who drain your energy and surround yourself with those who inspire, challenge, and uplift you. Take the example of Kobe Bryant, the late basketball legend. Kobe's rise to success wasn't just about his physical skill on the court. It was also about his mental toughness and relentless drive, which he cultivated by surrounding himself with the right people. Throughout his career, Kobe was known for his Mamba mentality, a mindset of constant improvement and focus. He didn't waste time with people who didn't share his passion or dedication. His close circle was filled with people who pushed him to be better, including his mentors, teammates, and coaches. For example, he often spoke about his relationship with Michael Jordan, who not only inspired him but also held him to higher standards. Kobe's success wasn't just a result of his individual effort, it was also a result of his ability to detach from distractions and surround himself with people who encouraged his growth. Similarly, Oprah Winfrey, one of the most influential women in the world, achieved her success by deliberately choosing the people around her. Early in her career, Oprah understood the importance of surrounding herself with individuals who supported her vision. She was very intentional about her inner circle, choosing to work with those who shared her values and could help elevate her ambitions. Oprah has often spoken about how she learned from people like Maya Angelou, who mentored her and encouraged her to believe in herself. Oprah also made a conscious decision to distance herself from toxic relationships, including people who doubted her or held her back. She once said, "Surround yourself with only people who are going to lift you higher." Oprah's success is proof that who you surround yourself with has a direct impact on your ability to achieve greatness. Now think about your own life. Are the people around you helping you move forward? Are they keeping you stuck? It's essential to ask yourself, who inspires me to be better? Who challenges my thinking and supports my goals? And on the other side, who constantly criticizes, drains my energy, or pulls me back into negativity? These are the people you must distance yourself from. While it may be difficult to let go of people you've known for a long time, sometimes the most necessary thing for your personal growth is to create distance from those who aren't aligned with your vision. Detaching from people who drain you doesn't mean you have to cut them out of your life completely, but it does mean you must be mindful of the time and energy you invest in them. You must prioritize relationships that nurture your goals and mental well-being. Sometimes, detaching might involve setting boundaries or saying no more often to people who demand your time without adding value to your life. Moreover, the people you surround yourself with shape your mindset. If you're constantly around negative, lazy, or unmotivated people, you'll likely adopt those same attitudes. But when you surround yourself with individuals who are focused, disciplined, and determined, their drive will inspire you to step up your own game. This is why Kobe Bryant surrounded himself with the most dedicated individuals in basketball, and why Oprah sought out mentors and advisors who could help her grow. The right people can challenge you, elevate your thinking, and inspire you to reach new heights. Detaching from those who drain your energy is not just about removing negative people from your life. It's about creating space for those who will empower and support you. When you do this, you'll find that not only will you feel more energized, but you'll also begin to see growth in areas you once thought impossible. Remember, your success is determined by the people you choose to let into your life. Choose wisely. Surround yourself with individuals who believe in your dreams, who lift you higher, and who help you become the best version of yourself. When you do, you'll find that success becomes not just a goal, but a natural outcome of the environment you've carefully curated. Number 6, set clear, unbreakable standards for yourself. One of the most powerful factors in achieving lasting success is setting clear and non-negotiable standards for yourself. Many people wander through life with vague goals or undefined boundaries, wondering why they don't seem to make consistent progress. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't lies in the standards they set for themselves. Successful people don't rely on motivation alone. They establish rules for how they will operate, regardless of how they feel in the moment. They know that what you tolerate is what you get, and they refuse to accept mediocrity in any aspect of their life. Take Joe Willock, the talented English footballer known for his explosive performances on the field. Willock's rise to prominence wasn't by accident. He was raised in an environment that emphasized discipline and hard work, and he was always taught to hold himself to a high standard. From his early days at Arsenal FC, Willock made it clear that he wouldn't settle for being just another player on the team. His goal was to make an impact, and that required a mindset of excellence and self-discipline. Willock's commitment to his standards became even more apparent when he moved to Newcastle United on loan. Despite being younger than many of his teammates, Willock didn't shy away from the responsibility. He worked harder, trained with intensity, and pushed himself to be the best player he could be, earning a permanent move to the club. His success was not just a result of his talent, but also of the unwavering standards he set for himself. Willock's story shows how a commitment to excellence and consistency can elevate someone from a promising talent to a crucial player in a competitive field. Setting clear, unbreakable standards is essential for creating the life you want. These standards are more than just goals or aspirations. They are the foundational principles you live by, regardless of external circumstances. When you set your standards, you define what is acceptable and what isn't in your life. For example, if you set the standard that you will never be late for meetings or that you will exercise every day, those standards become the foundation upon which you build your actions and decisions. It's important to note that standards should stretch you. They should challenge you to grow and force you to level up. If your standards are too easy, you'll find yourself in a comfort zone, and nothing extraordinary comes from comfort. Instead, set standards that push you outside of your boundaries, that force you to improve, and that demand more from you than you thought possible. When you hold yourself to these high standards, you create a mindset that won't settle for average. You don't allow yourself to make excuses or accept failure as an option. This doesn't mean you won't face setbacks. It means that when you do, you'll learn from them and adapt, refusing to allow mediocrity to creep in. You understand that every moment is an opportunity to either rise to the occasion or fall short. Those who succeed refuse to make compromises with their standards. They hold themselves to the highest possible expectations in all areas of their life, whether it's their career, health, relationships, or personal growth. In your own life, ask yourself, what are my standards? What am I willing to accept and what will I never tolerate? If you want to be exceptional, You need to redefine what's acceptable in your life. Set standards that force you to take consistent action toward your goals. Hold yourself accountable, even when no one else is watching. The more you uphold your standards, the more you'll start to see improvement in every aspect of your life. Remember that your life will rise or fall to the level of your standards. If you tolerate laziness, inconsistency, or excuses, those will be reflected in your results. But if you demand excellence, discipline, and focus from yourself, you will start to see extraordinary results. Your standards become the non-negotiable foundation upon which your success is built. Just like Joe Willock, who continuously raised his standards and refused to accept anything less than his best. You can set the same commitment to your own growth. Choose to set standards that challenge you and then honor those standards every single day. When you do this, your success will become inevitable, because the power of unwavering standards is what separates the successful from the stagnant. Number 7, upgrade your mental diet. What you feed your mind is just as important as what you feed your body. In today's world, it's easy to fill your mind with negative information, distractions, and mindless entertainment. From social media to the news, the internet is full of content that pulls your attention in all directions and keeps you focused on things that don't help you grow. However, if you want to build a successful life, you must learn to upgrade your mental diet, just as you would upgrade your physical diet for better health. One person who exemplifies the importance of a healthy mental diet is Barack Obama, the 44th President of the United States. Throughout his career, Obama was intentional about the information he consumed. He was known to read extensively, always seeking out books, articles, and perspectives that expanded his thinking. Obama's commitment to feeding his mind with knowledge played a key role in shaping his worldview and his leadership. He didn't spend time on negative distractions or trivial content. Instead, he filled his mind with ideas that challenged him, helped him grow, and aligned with his goals. This dedication to nurturing his mental diet allowed him to lead with clarity, confidence, and purpose. Your mind, like your body, is a muscle that needs to be nourished with the right kind of information. If you continuously feed it negativity, doubts, and distractions, you're building a foundation of weakness that will hold you back. If, however, you choose to feed your mind with positivity, knowledge, and growth-oriented content, you're strengthening your ability to think critically, make sound decisions, and take action that moves you toward your goals. The first step in upgrading your mental diet is to identify the sources of information that are draining your energy or slowing down your progress. Think about the media you consume on a daily basis: news articles, social media posts, videos, and even casual conversations. Are these sources helping you grow, or are they pulling you into negativity and distraction? It's easy to fall into the trap of mindlessly scrolling through social media or getting caught up in sensational news stories, but this type of content does nothing to move you forward. It feeds your mind with irrelevant information and, in many cases, negativity. Instead of wasting time on mindless entertainment, choose to invest in content that fuels your ambition and drives your success. Read books that challenge your thinking and provide valuable insights into the areas of life you want to improve. Listen to podcasts or audiobooks that inspire you and teach you new skills. Surround yourself with thought leaders, mentors, and individuals who uplift you and share wisdom that pushes you to grow. Upgrade your mental diet by choosing to feed your mind with knowledge, inspiration, and positivity. Another key aspect of upgrading your mental diet is to limit your exposure to negative or toxic people. Just as consuming negative media can affect your mindset, being around people who constantly complain, criticize, or focus on problems rather than solutions can also drain your energy. Successful people understand the importance of their environment and carefully choose who they spend time with. They seek out individuals who challenge them to think bigger, who encourage their growth, and who support their dreams. Negative influences can easily derail your progress, so it's important to protect your mental space by surrounding yourself with those who lift you up and inspire you to be your best. Your mental diet also involves managing your internal dialogue. The thoughts you think every day shape your beliefs, behaviors, and ultimately your reality. If you constantly think negative or self-limiting thoughts, you're creating a belief system that holds you back. To upgrade your mental diet, you need to become more aware of your thoughts and replace negative or self-defeating ideas with positive, empowering beliefs. Practice gratitude, affirmations, and visualization techniques to feed your mind with optimism and possibility. The content you consume, the people you surround yourself with, and the thoughts you think all contribute to your mental diet. Just like how your physical health is affected by the food you eat, Your mental health and success are directly influenced by the information you feed your mind. If you want to be successful, you must be intentional about upgrading your mental diet, making sure it's aligned with your goals and aspirations. So what will you feed your mind today? Will you continue consuming content that keeps you stuck, or will you choose to nourish your mind with ideas that inspire, challenge, and help you grow? The choice is yours. But just remember, what you consume mentally is just as important as what you consume physically. By upgrading your mental diet, you'll strengthen your mindset, boost your productivity, and pave the way for success. Number 8. Make success your only option. For many people, success is just a goal they hope to achieve someday. They start with ambition, but give themselves an easy exit strategy, an option to quit if things get tough. They tell themselves, if this doesn't work out, I'll try something else. This is a dangerous mindset. Success isn't something you stumble into when conditions are perfect. It's something you commit to achieving no matter the obstacles. When you remove the possibility of failure, you force yourself to rise above your challenges and push through when things get difficult. One person who exemplifies this mindset of making success the only option is Sylvester Stallone. Stallone's rise to fame is an incredible example of perseverance in the face of rejection and hardship. Early in his career, Stallone struggled to find his place in Hollywood. He was broke and living in a small apartment, and he couldn't even afford to eat at times. After being rejected by several movie studios, Stallone wrote the script for Rocky, his story about an underdog boxer. Stallone knew this was his big break, but no one else saw it that way. Studios were interested in the script but wanted to hire a more well-known actor to play the lead role. Stallone, however, was unwilling to let anyone else play Rocky. He insisted on being the star, even though he had no name recognition or guarantee of success. He was told that his decision was a risk, that his acting career would be over before it began. But Stallone made success his only option. He refused to give up on his dream. Against all odds, Rocky was made. And not only did it become a huge success, but it also propelled Stallone into the ranks of Hollywood's top stars. He went from being a struggling, unknown actor to an iconic figure in the film industry. Stallone's story is a powerful reminder that the difference between those who achieve success and those who don't is often a matter of refusing to quit. When you make success your only option, you remove the possibility of failure as an acceptable outcome. This shift in mindset is crucial. Most people fail not because they don't have the ability, but because they have a backup plan or an exit strategy. They are not fully committed to their dreams, and when the going gets tough, they allow themselves to quit. But successful people like Stallone, are the ones who decide that no matter how hard it gets, they will keep going. They will find a way or make one. This mentality forces you to be resourceful and resilient. It pushes you to find creative solutions and adapt when things don't go according to plan. When success is your only option, you stop making excuses and start finding ways to make things work. You refuse to let setbacks dictate your future. Instead, you turn them into opportunities to learn, grow, and become better. Take a moment to think about your own goals. Have you given yourself an exit plan? Do you have a backup plan in case things don't work out? If you do, it might be time to reframe your mindset. Success shouldn't be optional. It should be inevitable. You need to decide that no matter what, you will find a way to make your dreams a reality. This means working harder, learning more, and refusing to accept anything less than your best effort. Making success your only option also requires mental toughness. It's easy to keep going when things are going well, but the true test of your commitment comes when things get tough. It's in these moments that you must remind yourself why you started. You must have the courage to keep going even when you don't see immediate results, and the conviction to know that your effort will eventually pay off. Just like Stallone, who had to fight against every obstacle to make Rocky, you must develop the mindset that quitting is never an option. Instead of seeking comfort or giving up when things don't go according to plan, you need to become comfortable with discomfort and uncertainty. You must be willing to take risks, to face failure head on, and to persist through every challenge. The key to making success your only option is to commit fully to your dreams. When you do this, you will stop waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect circumstances. You will create your own opportunities and work tirelessly until you reach your goals. Remember, success doesn't come to those who are merely hoping for it. It comes to those who demand it. And when success is your only option, it's only a matter of time before you make it happen. Number 9, get addicted to progress, not comfort. Most people have an innate desire to seek comfort. We want to feel good, to relax, and to avoid any discomfort. This desire for comfort often leads us to stay in our familiar, safe spaces where things are predictable and easy. However, true success and personal growth lie outside of these comfort zones. Comfort is a silent killer of progress. And if you're addicted to staying comfortable, you're holding yourself back from reaching your full potential. Instead, you need to get addicted to progress, to the challenge of pushing yourself further than you've ever gone before. One person who embodies this mindset is David Goggins, a former Navy SEAL and ultra-endurance athlete. Goggins has faced some of the toughest physical and mental challenges known to man. But what sets him apart is his obsession with breaking through limits. He doesn't just endure pain. He seeks it out. Goggins is famous for saying, "When you think you're done, you're only at 40% of your potential." This mindset is a direct reflection of his ability to push past comfort and actively embrace discomfort in the pursuit of growth. Goggins' story is one of incredible transformation. He went from being a man who struggled with obesity and low self-esteem to becoming one of the toughest, most resilient athletes in the world. His journey wasn't easy, and it didn't happen by avoiding discomfort. It happened because he sought it out. Goggins ran ultramarathons, completed over 4,000 pull-ups in a single day, and pushed his body through excruciating physical challenges, all because he believed that discomfort and pain were the gateways to his greatest progress. His relentless pursuit of self-improvement shows that progress only happens when you push yourself beyond what you thought was possible. The truth is, comfort doesn't make you grow. It keeps you stuck in the same place, in a cycle of mediocrity. When you constantly seek comfort, you avoid the very things that will lead to your success. Success is uncomfortable, it's messy, it's painful, and it requires you to do things that stretch your limits. Whether it's pushing through a tough workout, learning a new skill, or facing a difficult challenge, it's those moments of discomfort that bring the most growth. David Goggins has made a life out of intentionally seeking out discomfort. And it's this mindset that has enabled him to achieve extraordinary things. His accomplishments are a result of consistent hard work and the willingness to put himself in uncomfortable situations day after day. Goggins doesn't just train his body, he trains his mind to withstand the pain and discomfort that comes with pushing beyond his limits. He knows that mental toughness is developed through enduring hardship and never backing down from a challenge. The lesson here is simple. If you want to achieve anything significant, you must become addicted to progress and embrace discomfort as part of the process. Too many people get caught up in the idea that success should come easily, or that it should feel good. The reality is that it's the struggle, the hard work, and the setbacks that lead to true progress. The more you push yourself, the more you learn, and the closer you get to achieving your goals. To get addicted to progress, start by stepping out of your comfort zone on a daily basis. Do something each day that challenges you, whether it's physically, mentally, or emotionally. This could be as simple as working out when you don't feel like it, taking on a difficult task at work, or learning a new skill that makes you uncomfortable. Every time you push through discomfort, you build resilience, confidence, and strength. Another key to getting addicted to progress is to reframe how you view failure. Most people see failure as something to avoid, but successful individuals see it as a necessary step in the growth process. Failure is not an end. It's an opportunity to learn, to refine your approach, and to improve. Goggins failed countless times in his journey, but each failure made him stronger and more determined. He didn't let failure define him, he used it as fuel to drive his progress forward. Ultimately, getting addicted to progress means that you stop looking for shortcuts or easy ways out. You stop seeking comfort, and instead you seek out the challenge and the growth that comes from pushing yourself to new heights. David Goggins' example shows that when you stop avoiding discomfort and embrace it, you unlock your full potential. Progress isn't about avoiding the tough times. It's about learning to love the grind, to thrive in discomfort, and to push through every obstacle that stands in your way. So ask yourself, are you addicted to comfort, or are you addicted to progress? If you want to reach new levels of success, it's time to shift your mindset and embrace discomfort as the path to growth. Success isn't about avoiding the struggle, it's about using it to become better, stronger, and more unstoppable. Number 10. Commit to mastery, not just effort. Success is not about working hard. It's about working hard with a purpose. Many people believe that putting in long hours and exerting effort is enough to achieve great things. While effort is important, it's the commitment to mastery, the relentless pursuit of becoming the best in your field that sets successful people apart. Mastery requires deep focus, continuous learning, and an unwavering dedication to improving every day. It's about refining your skills, understanding the nuances of your craft, and striving to perfect what you do. One of the most iconic examples of commitment to mastery is Leonardo da Vinci, the renowned Italian polymath and one of history's most famous artists and thinkers. Da Vinci was not just a painter, he was a scientist, inventor, architect, and engineer. His work, particularly in fields like anatomy and physics, laid the foundation for many of the advancements that came after him. But what made Da Vinci so exceptional wasn't just his intellectual curiosity. It was his dedication to perfecting his craft through a lifelong commitment to mastery. Da Vinci didn't just paint. He studied anatomy, light, and shadow, and he worked tirelessly to understand the mechanics of the human body. His paintings, including the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper, are not merely products of natural talent. They are the result of years of practice, intense observation, and relentless revision. Da Vinci understood that mastery wasn't a destination, it was a process. He didn't stop after completing a project. Instead, he would revisit his work and look for ways to improve it, refine his techniques, and deepen his understanding. In fact, Da Vinci's commitment to mastery is evident in his detailed notebooks, where he sketched ideas, made observations, and experimented with new concepts. These notebooks were not just a place for creative expression, but a record of his continuous learning process. Da Vinci knew that achieving greatness wasn't about completing one or two projects. It was about the relentless pursuit of improvement and excellence. His approach to mastery serves as a timeless example for anyone who seeks to reach the highest levels of success. Mastery requires patience and perseverance. It's easy to get discouraged when progress feels slow, especially when you don't see immediate results. Many people give up on their dreams because they want quick wins or the instant gratification of success, but those who commit to mastery understand that the road to true excellence is a marathon, not a sprint. This means working through the frustrations, setbacks, and failures that come with pursuing greatness. Da Vinci faced numerous challenges in his career, including financial struggles and political difficulties, but he never gave up on his commitment to his work. Instead, he used every obstacle as an opportunity to learn, grow, and improve. To truly commit to mastery, you must develop a mindset that values continuous improvement. This means constantly refining your skills, expanding your knowledge, and pushing your limits. Mastery is not about perfection, but about progress. Each day presents a new opportunity to get better, to learn from your mistakes, and to push beyond your comfort zone. Just as Da Vinci honed his artistic techniques and scientific knowledge, you must focus on refining your skills and deepening your understanding of whatever craft you are pursuing. Mastery also requires a love for the process. Da Vinci was driven by a deep passion for learning and creating. He didn't just do what was required. He immersed himself fully in his work, finding joy in the act of creation and exploration. When you commit to mastery, it's not about the end result. It's about the journey. It's about the satisfaction you get from improving, from solving problems, and from pushing your abilities to new heights. This passion for the process will keep you going when the inevitable challenges and failures arise. So how can you apply the principles of mastery to your own life? Start by focusing on continuous growth and improvement. Make learning a daily habit. Set aside time each day to practice your craft. Study your field and seek ways to improve. Whether it's writing, coding, painting, or any other pursuit, the key to mastery is consistent, focused effort over time. Find mentors, read extensively, and never stop learning. It's also important to be patient and kind to yourself during this process. Mastery doesn't happen overnight. In the same way that Da Vinci didn't rest on his laurels after creating some of the world's greatest artworks, you should strive to keep pushing your boundaries. The more committed you are to your craft, the greater the potential you have to achieve extraordinary success. Mastery is not a final destination, but a lifelong journey, one that requires dedication, discipline, and an unyielding desire to improve. Remember, success is not about effort alone. It's about effort with purpose, focus, and a relentless commitment to mastering your craft. Follow in the footsteps of Leonardo da Vinci and choose to pursue mastery in everything you do. Your growth, success, and fulfillment will be the natural result of this unwavering commitment. Achieving success is not a matter of luck or chance. It's the result of intentional, focused effort over time. The principles we've explored in this journey, taking immediate action, embracing hard work, overcoming challenges, committing to mastery, and upgrading your mental diet, are not just concepts to be understood. They are practices to be lived. If you truly want to change your life and unlock your full potential, you must embrace these principles wholeheartedly and make them a part of who you are. The road to success is never easy. There will be moments of doubt, frustration, and failure. But it's in these moments that your commitment to your vision will be tested. Will you back down, or will you rise up and push forward? Just like the great figures we've discussed, people like Sylvester Stallone, David Goggins, and Leonardo da Vinci, success belongs to those who refuse to quit. The ones who don't just show up when it's easy, but push through when it's hard. The ones who make success their only option and get addicted to progress, not comfort. Remember, success is not about working hard for the sake of it. It's about working smart, staying focused, and consistently improving. It's about surrounding yourself with the right people, feeding your mind with the right information, and holding yourself to the highest standards. It's about refusing to accept mediocrity, stepping out of your comfort zone, and never letting failure define you. Success is a mindset, a choice you make every day. So as you move forward, ask yourself, what are you committed to? Are you committed to taking immediate action, making hard work your default, and pushing through challenges? Are you ready to upgrade your mental diet, make success your only option, and master your craft? If the answer is yes, then your future is limitless. The journey to success starts with the decision to rewire your mind, take control of your actions, and relentlessly pursue your goals. Stay focused, stay determined, and remember that success isn't just a destination, it's a way of living. When you fully commit to these principles, you will find that success is no longer something you chase. It will be something that naturally follows you. The power to transform your life is in your hands. Now go make it happen.